Hey guys, HW here, back with another video. Today we're down at Paddington Markets in Sydney, or better known as for the locals as Paddo Markets. So let's get into the markets now, and afterwards I might have a walk down Oxford Street to see, which is the high street, to see if any more shops have opened up since things started to slow down a bit, and I'll describe a bit of that as I walk through. But let's get into the markets first. Like a typical markets, it has plants and fresh produce, but it also has a bunch of fashion items and little trinkets to buy. A few handcrafted things.
Which one is this one?
Oh, that's the one at the end of the poster. Coconut truffle.
Coconut truffle infusion. So it's
Bit of woodwork action. Few coffee keep cups there. I'm going to go back in on the other side, but it's definitely not as busy as it used to be back in the day. So it obviously still hasn't recovered from COVID lockdowns yet. I know this market pretty well because my sister used to have a market stall here for a number of years in different locations within the markets. So I know there's not as many stalls as there used to be. just as an example, all this area used to be covered with stalls, and they're not here anymore.
The carcass is the face, is the insides, and that I don't.
There used to be a lot more food trucks as well, selling different takeaway foods.
Oh my god, it really does.
So there's a few food places, but nowhere near as many as there used to be. Yeah, what a shame. Definitely about half the size as what it used to be back in the 90s and early 2000s. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head down Oxford Street and have a look at how many boutiques and shops are open, how many shops are closed. Because what happened in the late 90s, early 2000s along Oxford Street here, which was pretty much the high street for shopping, became really popular. People started to move away from the big malls and come back to the high street. And so all along here we see all these shops now, all these nice boutiques opened up, and for definitely at least for the women in Sydney, they used to come here to get their frock to take to the races or to go out to dinner or to go out to that special event. Also along here there was a bunch of hairdressers as well. So I'll head down this side of the road and then we'll get across the road and have a look at how many shops remain. It looks like it's starting to pick up a bit, but the reason why it slowed down was the government, the councils started to put the rates up. You know, when the demand was there, the punters were coming to shop here. They got greedy, and then the landlords got greedy, and they started pumping up the rents. And so what ended up happening was a lot of stores closed down and got boarded up. But so far what I've seen today, it looks like and I did read somewhere that the rents have been reduced and they're like half of what they used to be. So it looks like people are starting to move back in, which is really nice. Good to see for Oxford Street, and good to see for the area in general. So I might shut off here and then I'll start back on the other side of the road, going from the city towards Bondi. So let's kick off the walking tour again on Oxford Street at Paddington. Cross the road from the Paddington Town Hall. And now there's a Coles truck in the way. Get out of the way, Coles truck. What I wanted to say was, and outside the Imperial Hotel. So let's get this walking tour started again. There's a lot of people walking down the road here because there's a footy game on this afternoon. I think the Sydney Roosters are playing the Newcastle Knights. So they're starting to spill out of the hotel and make their way down to the ground. There's the Imperial Hotel. I've been in there a few times myself before a game. Oh, there's Arthur's Pizza. That used to be a favourite haunt of mine before a footy game. Smash down a pizza there, a few beers next door at the Imperial Hotel, and then head down to the game. And if you're wondering, no, I'm not a Roosters fan. I'm actually a South Sydney Rabbitohs fan. Groovy little wine shop in there. So definitely since the last time I've been down at Oxford Street, obviously the reduction of rents has helped, and retailers are starting to make their way back to the high street, to Oxford Street. When I get up towards the top of the road, as we head towards Bondi, I'll show you some of the side streets. Because it was those side streets that started to pick up all of the hairdressers and some of the more expensive, low volume boutiques, because they're after the cheaper rents. Oh, there's an empty shop there. Eats, beats, booze. Remember, as always, watch this vid on your 4K TV if you can, or at least a bigger computer screen, because it'll look a lot better. Well, that's the first Newcastle fan I've seen so far. Those guys look like they've downed a couple of dozen schooners already before the match at the Paddo Inn. The other reason for a lot more people being about today is it's one of the only sunny days for the past month in Sydney. Cheeky little statue down here. Oh, neighbourhood sellers. What's going on down here? They're giving them something away for free or something? No, just people lined up at an oyster bar by the looks of it. Shoe sale in there. Style trader. Looks like a few bargains in there. There's Paddo Markets from across the road. So there's barbecue chickens there. For you people overseas, oh, look at that lobster there. What a delight. For you people overseas, barbecue chickens, that's a staple in Australia. You go to a supermarket, you go to a milk bar or like a burger joint, you can always get yourself a barbecue chicken prepared, ready to eat. Just whack it in a foil bag, you take it home, take it to a picnic, whatever. And you don't always see that in other countries like you do in Australia. I suppose like in some of the Spanish speaking countries you probably get some of those butterflied chickens or flattened out full chickens, Portuguese style, but you don't get the full barbecue chook like you can in Australia. There's another empty store there. Like some sort of fashion clearance place. Get all of the bargains on the auctions and sell them. This is a supposed discount. I'm just coming down this Elizabeth Street here because I remember this was definitely one of the streets that some of the tenants complaining about high rents moved into. So down this street we should see a couple of hairdressers and fashion boutiques. That's if they're still here. Oh no, they've been turned into restaurants. So there's a restaurant there now. People lining up. Yeah, look at that. Look how things go full circle. All the businesses that moved in here because of the high rents have now moved back onto Oxford Street. Look at this mural of David Bowie. Yeah, it's an empty shop. And another one. This one stayed a hairdressers or barber. And then there's the Grand National Hotel. That looks like it's seen better days. And there's even a boutique next door to it there. So yeah, all of the people that escaped down here to get away from the high rents, looks like they've all moved back onto Oxford Street. So there you go. Now all the terraces you see around here, these are all affectionately known by the locals as the Paddo Terraces or the Paddington Terraces. And they're everywhere around Paddington. I'm going to shut off the camera here until we get back onto Oxford Street. Just like yesterday we picked up another motorbike. Side of hairdressers. Children's wear. Health food store. There's another one that's bit the dust. It's going under renovations, that one. There's an aquarium place in here. That's an unusual thing to see on Oxford Street. And look out, there's a cheeky cafe here. I need a coffee, or what I call nectar. Antique store. Another empty store. So I'm not even going to mention this cafe that I sat down at because they spilled my piccolo all over the little plate. On top of that, there's no pattern on the top of the piccolo. So not impressed. I hope it tastes better than it looks. I'll leave the camera on for a little bit so you can see the action walking up and down Oxford Street. To be fair, even though the coffee was spilt, it tasted okay. But I'm still not going to name the place.
Okay, let me know, but I'm pretty skeptical.
Bergenstock. How dumb am I? I always thought Bergenstock was Swedish for some reason, but it says made in Germany on the sign. There's a few shops closed up on this stretch as well. I'm just going out to the Light Brigade. This is another hotel that's popular with the Roosters fans to have a drink and something to eat before they go to the game. Oh, look at that little mock pot down there. Oh, the wine library. What's this place? Massage. Another empty shop. Oh, there you go. Here's a little sign for you, the activists amongst you. Another empty shop. Another empty shop. Pizza shop. Another empty shop. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of the part of Oxford Street that I wanted to show you today. After we went to the markets. And directly across the road over there, that's Centennial Park. So it'll give you an idea how far we walked. Now this way, we head down this way, we're pretty much heading into Wallara. And down this way it's like antiques, fancy furniture, a few boutiques, a few hotels, a few restaurants. That's about it. And some of these nice terraces. This one's for sale. Be multi-millions to buy that. Do you like these terraces? Let me know in the comments. As you can see, it's a nice tree-lined street. I'm about to reach my car, so might turn off the camera here and ask you guys to please like and subscribe, and especially, most of all, comment. I love to answer some of your questions about Oxford Street and Sydney in general, so send them through. So until next time, get around some of HW's other videos on my channel, and the video is over.